Hey everybody, this is Larry, this is me on my Q3 of the bi-weekly contest 171, maximize points after choosing K tasks. Hit the like button and subscribe button, join me on Discord, let me know what you think about this one. So this one, honestly, I just misread, or I had a little bit of brain fog when I did it, I got one wrong answer. And the first idea that I had was just dynamic programming. I just didn't look at the constraints and that K could be high, so I just did dynamic programming on N and K, which given N is 10 to the 5th is going to be too big. But the idea there was just basically take no tick, or maybe another way of saying it is take from 1 N or take from 2 for each number. It's a straightforward DP. We can go over it, but I'm not going to. You can check the live version of the video, or which is later on, and you could see how I do it. I'm not going to explain it that much for this one. And then the second one was just, well, I was like, okay, well, Larry, you idiot. Let's try to find to do this in a way that isn't DP. Yeah, and I just kind of landed on greedy very quickly if you watch the live portion. The idea here is that, well, we have to take K, given K task, what do we choose from, well, given that we have to take K tasks in technique 1, and we have no choice, then what do? Well, the easy way to kind of satisfy this constraint, the greediest way, is just do the things that we were already going to do, and that has no impact on the result, right? Because if it has no impact on the result, then there's no choice, or it makes the choice easier later on, right? Because you're not forced to do anything. And for me, an idea that you can play around with is that the techniques, the points you get from using 1 or 2 doesn't matter by themselves. It's only relative, right? In trying to maximize the points, all it matters is that the extra points you get for choosing 1 over 2 or 2 over 1, depending on how you want to frame it. So the way that I wrote it, and there are other ways of writing it for sure, is that I set the baseline as technique 2, meaning that we always, let's just say the baseline is that we always choose 2, and then you get a certain amount of points. And then now you have to choose between K of them which one to choose technique 1 instead. For me, then after I kind of framed it that way in my head, it became clear that, well, if you have to choose at least K, then you just greedily choose the highest delta, right, of the first K, the highest value that you get from changing over. Keeping in mind that it may not always be good, but at least you get the highest value, and the highest value could include negative as well, right? Meaning that technique 2 is actually better, but it is because it has the least negative value, which is a higher value. It is better for you. So this is how I end up writing the code. And as you can see, this is pretty short once I realize what I'm trying to do. As I said, I just take baseline, choose 2. I have delta, which is that for each index, I just choose A minus B. Delta is the array that if we pick from technique 1, we get the delta, right? Otherwise, we just by default choose technique 2. We sort it in reverse. Maybe you don't have to do it that way, but for me, it's just understandable. Is that then now, and actually, I guess you could write this in a one-liner, but basically, not that you have no choice, but it's just a greedy, right? Greedy. Take the K most valued switches, right? And that's what it looks like. You have no choice. You have to take K anyway. And you could easily show why greedy works from the exchange argument, right? For example, here we take the top K. If you take something slight out of the top K, then by definition, you have a smaller value. So it's a very easy exchange argument if you know what that is. If not, you really should study a little bit. It comes up a lot in these proofs involving greedy, right? So yeah, so it's a very easy exchange argument of okay, well, we take a smaller number, then, well, we just get a smaller point value. So it's a very straightforward argument. And then the rest is just that, well, now we can choose whichever we want. and we can choose either from 1 or 2 after we satisfy the k constraint. So and again, delta is the additional value of taking 1, meaning that if it's greater than 0, then we should just take it. If it's less than 0, that means that technique 2 is already better. The reason why we did it this way is that in this, it may be that they're negative, but you still have to force to take it because you're forced to take k, right? So that's basically it. That's the idea. Yeah, that's it. And of course, because of sorting, this is going to be n log n, but everything else is linear time, linear space, right? So yeah, and in theory, now that we kind of saw the way that we did it, I mean, I obviously did not write it this way, but instead of sorting everything and make it n log n, we could actually make it n log k, right? I could explain that part a little bit more, but I'm gonna leave it for you as homework at home to figure out what I mean, get that thing down to n log k, and then see what happens. But yeah, that's it. That's all I have for this one. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and you could watch me solve it live in a contest with the silly DP next. And hopefully we don't time out. Okay. Was a little bit worried about the timeout, but alright. This is like a annoying contest, Q1 and Q2. Well, it took me a while, though. People are very fast apparently. People are so good these days. So good in ways that they weren't 2 years ago. Don't know why. Okay. So this is just like DP, right? Oh. No, yeah, it's just index K. Yeah, I mean, that should be right. I mean, I don't know if doing it this way is smart, but should be fine, right? What I do with min, is it? No, max, right? Okay. Just write it normal way. So use technique 2. If I could spell it. I know I'm writing this a little bit weird. Well, doubly weird because it's wrong, but how do I do Python? I mean, if it times out, I blame on Leetcode. Wait, actually, I forgot to look at the complexity. Now this should time out. Why did I forget to look at the complexity? Huh? That's really silly. Yeah, I mean, this should time out. I had a brain fart. For some reason, I thought K was small. This is really dumb. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. But okay, let's double think. Just greedy, right? I mean, it's greedy. I'm just dumb. I vote DP because it was easy. I'm dumb. So this is taking A. Right. Okay, and then we just sort, right? I don't know why I did it the other way. I mean, I think I just have brain fart about the constraints. Okay. So then f is equal to n while k is not equal to left. Okay. So this is a minus b. So then, okay. So then, point five. Okay. So what do I do? K is equal to left. No, that's not right. For d and delta. Okay, so then now, if k is equal to left, yeah, okay, then yeah, total or d. And this would happen for all of them. Otherwise, we just take it, right? So if that means that if it's negative, we don't take it. What are we doing? I could probably say this in a different way. Okay, so we take all the things, and we take the first k, and then the, okay, yeah, we take the first k, right? And then the rest we just take, get if it's greater than 0, right? I think that's it. Yeah, I don't know why I did it with the DP way. I think I just kind of, I don't know, brain fart. People did it so fast, but I did it in a dumb way. Okay. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord. Let me know what you think about this contest, these problems, everything in between. Stay good, stay healthy to mental health. I'll see y'all later and take care. Bye-bye.